morning and welcome to Market Fatafat right here on ET9. I'm Avan. The bar is 10,628 on the index, and you've got the broader end of the market, which is definitely underperforming. Well, we have a whole host of stocks that we'll be running you through. All that is in news that is making technical trends and that you should keep an eye out on. For that, our team of research analysts all standing by, Swati Hodkar and Kunal Bothra with us on the technicals. Well, let's begin the countdown then by talking about the first stock that's in news, and that without a doubt is HCL Technologies, one of the biggest acquisitions in the tech space. Karanya, take us through the nitty-gritty. Okay. Karanya isn't with us at the moment, but nonetheless, just going to walk you through that deal. A massive one nonetheless for HCL Technologies, because they're going to buy select IBM software products for a sum of $1.8 billion, and the transaction is expected to close by mid-2019. In fact, the management is very confident that these opportunities will enhance the Mode 3 offerings. The stock, though, isn't quite obliging, and as we speak is under pressure, down the most in the last 7 months. It's the biggest loser on the frontline index as well. This is going to be a big positive, as it's going to help their overall omni-channel e-commerce platform. And a lot of analysts are confident as well that you can see many more deals like this culminate within the tech space. But the fact that they're shelling out this much seems to be keeping investors a little bit troubled. The stock down 6%. Let's move right on then and track the technicals when it comes to Zee Entertainment at 477. Quite smartly in the green. Kunal, what's your advice?
So yes, it's relatively stable. The trends are also quite steady and robust for Zee Entertainment, and I believe that the fact that these stocks have now started to move in a manner which is a bit contrarian to the market mood, I think that's something to take note of. And in the last few days we've seen that the stock has been stable. 470, 465 has been acting as a good support. So keeping that as a support, I believe this could look at a buy. 510 should be an immediate target for Zee.
All right, that's the take coming in on Zee Entertainment. Stop loss 455. Moving right on then, let's chat about the OMCs and talk a little bit about how crude oil prices have taken a bit of a hit. Mubina, what's the latest?
Well, latest is that there is nothing that's latest coming in from the OPEC meet. It's almost inconclusive at the end of day one. This was, of course, only between the OPEC members. And on the back of that, remember, the market was expecting at least a rate hike, or rather output cut from Saudi. However, the question is that with Saudi saying that they are not even sure if the members will be able to agree on a cut, it's something that sent Brent prices crashing down once again to below $60 per barrel, and that in turn would once again benefit OMCs, which of course will see their margins once again rebound after crude went to $86 per barrel, and hence you are witnessing this uptick. Though of course HPCL and all have more or less come off their day's high.
All right, that's OMC's in focus, rather inconclusive when it comes to the OPEC meet. Moving right on then, let's focus in on IGL, and as well that is in focus. Actually, that's the stock to watch out for, IGL. They may be taking over. Okay, just focus in actually rather on GAIL India. Actually, that's the stock that we're flagging up. Bit of a confusion there. GAIL is the stock that we're talking a little bit about right now with respect to the CLSA view. CLSA has a buy rating on the stock, predicated on the bullish crude price call, though they say the near-term weakness is possible. Futures indicate that the US gas-based arbitrage may vanish in 2019 and that the US arbitrage may be negative. They've cut the EPS and they slashed the target at 420. That's GAIL for you at 334. All right, let's move on to stock number 5, and that is Kotak Bank. And Siddharth, let's have you run us through the trends today. It's moved phenomenally well. That's a double-digit gain.
Well, yes, we are seeing 12% rise in price and huge pile-up of long positions over here. It has breached its 200 DMA decisively. It is now trading above its swing high. So clearly, it's a big move. Anyway, stock was in an upward trend. We were seeing buying on dips. We were seeing lower top, lower bottom formation taking place as our stock was rebounding from lower levels. And today's move certainly ensures that the uptrend is here to stay.
All right, that's a pretty stellar move coming in. A significant rise in open interest there on Kotak Bank. Manappuram Finance, meantime, is also having a field day. Swati, what's the Nirmal Bang take? You guys are cautious?
Yeah, little bit we are cautious at the current level. We have seen that the stock has managed to take a support of 50 days moving average, and we are just witnessing a bounce back rally. This rally is likely to be continued towards 88 all levels. If any giving a breakout above 88, then definitely we will like to see the positive momentum on the upside. But at the current level, the view is cautious. Those who are having any long positions, they can definitely hold on with a stop loss of 80 rupees, and I believe that this rally is likely to be continued towards 88.
Alright, that's the stock to keep on your radar. 83.6 is where it's currently at. Meantime, at number 7 then, let's talk about Muthoot Finance, and has reason to celebrate, Mubina.
Well, yes, it's one of the top gainers on the Nifty 500 index. Remember, the company came out with its Q2 numbers yesterday. During market hours, we did see a bit of a reaction, but today follow-up buying coming in. The company, remember, has posted a decent set of second quarter numbers. But more interestingly, they posted the highest quarterly accretion when it comes to gold loans. So while NII has seen a bit of a dip of 5% on a year-on-year basis, profits are up by 9%, and even the profits prior to provisioning, however, are lower by 13% on a year-on-year basis. But again, AUM strong, 16.4% growth. Not just that, even the gross NPAs have declined on a sequential basis to 3.2% versus 4.6%.
Okay, that's the take coming in. A pretty solid set of numbers, and that has kept the stock afloat in trade. Meantime, let's take it across to Karanya here to talk about the latest updates in Sun Pharma and take us through the Halol unit inspection. What's going on?
Well, Avan, this is regarding the story that Vivek had broken earlier on the 26th of November. He reported that Halol facility inspection is underway. So there's an update, and what sources are telling us essentially is that the US FDA inspection at the Halol facility has been completed. And sources say there's been no adverse observations which have been issued post the inspection. So that's an update which was earlier on in the day leading the stock higher. Right now, it's a tad under pressure, however.
Alright, that's a stock to watch out for. US FDA has completed the Halol unit inspection. Moving right on then, let's focus in on news for some of the other PSUs. And after REC PSC, we're understanding that it's NTPC and SJVN that are potentially on the radar. In fact, what we're picking up from sources is that the government's divestment receipts have reached close to 54,000 crore rupees, and now they want NTPC buying a stake in SJVN. They're meeting the fiscal deficit target, according to them, is not a concern, but they are in talks with the state governments, and perhaps this could be next on the agenda. Both the stocks are in news and in focus, but under pressure in trade today. Moving right on then, it's Bata India. Let's talk a little bit about how this stock is shaping up today, Siddharth.
Well, not all mid-cap stocks are doing well, but there are some mid-cap stocks which are, defying the broader market trend and doing well. Bata India is one such name, up by 2.5% as we speak, and we are seeing formation of long position. Also, it was challenging its near-term resistance of 1060, which is gone, and the all-time high level for Bata India is around 1100 level. And the way stock is moving, it seems that it would, make a new all-time high with pretty soon.
Keep an eye out on Bata India, bucking the general trend in the mid-cap space. Moving on then, so is Godfrey Phillips. Godfrey Phillips is under pressure, and in fact, as we speak, is at the lowest point of the trading day at 893. Kunal, why is this a buy call?
So in the last 2 months, we've seen a steady pattern of higher highs and higher lows. Yesterday there was a bullish hammer pattern for Godfrey Phillips, and today we saw a good follow through, at least in the first hour of trading. Now I believe that even if the stock is at a flattish level again, I believe with the bullish hammer pattern yesterday, which has strong bullish implications, the stock could be a good bet. Targets could be kept at 940, and stop loss could now be revised to almost 870 for a fresh trade at current levels.
Alright, that's something to keep an eye out on. It's a buy recommendation, potential upside 940. Mubina, let's talk about PSC and REC.
These stocks have actually seen a lot of price momentum on account, or rather to the run-up to this deal. But now it's official. Remember, ET had actually reported about this news first some time ago, just 3-4 days ago. And now the cabinet has confirmed that news, saying that PFC is going to be the company that's actually going to take over REC. And this deal will fetch the exchequer around 14,000 crore rupees. PFC will also be included in the promoter group of REC. They're going to take management control as well of Rural Electrification Corporation. And like I said, in the run-up to the news, we had seen quite a bit of a decline come by in the stock price today as well. PFC is lower in trade. However, a good rebound witnessed from the day's low.
All right, indeed, that is a stock which is making its way into the green as we speak. Moving on, then at number 13, it's Zydus Wellness. Let's talk about the fundraising prospects, Karnya.
Well, it is in news on back of that very trigger. They're planning to raise close to 2,575 crore rupees via a preferential share issue that they're planning to do, and this will be to Kerala Healthcare, True North, Pioneer Investment Fund and the Zydus Family Trust, whom they're planning to allocate these shares on a preferential basis. This was what was told to the exchanges yesterday. In fact, the board of the company has also given a nod to raise debt by issuing listed secured redeemable NCDs on a private placement basis for a value of up to 1,500 crores. And that's the reason why Zydus Wellness has been up in trade today.
All right, that is something to keep an eye out on. 12:46 on the stock. Moving on, IGL should now be pulled up for you, as we had sources saying that they are looking to take over the assets of the Haryana City Gas Distribution. This could potentially be for 150 to 200 crore rupees. In fact, the government of Haryana has already given the NOC to IGL to supply city gas in the entire city of Gurgaon. IGL will be looking to take over the assets of the Haryana City Gas Distribution very shortly, and it seeks a peak demand of nearly 1.25 million metric standard cubic meters a day from Gurgaon. The stock price, though, is not veering from that level of 247. But let's move on then to SAIL, and yesterday it's quite a bit of mayhem for some of these metal counters. Today is no different to that.
Well, yesterday there was an intraday bounce in most of the, at least one can say in steel stocks, Avan, and there were a lot of bullish sentiments, but that has completely turned or soured in today's trading session. Case in point, SAIL, which showed a decent intraday bounce back, is now correcting, is threatening to go below that 50 mark. It is anyway, below, or it is at the lowest level since Jan 2017, which clearly shows that what kind of trend the stock is in. And we are seeing formation of short positions, so stock should remain under pressure.
All right, that's SAIL for you. And yes, it's been a rough week. We have seen some mild bounce backs, but nonetheless, metals has been under fire. On that note, let's take a quick break right here on the show. Do come right back. We have a whole host of other stocks to flag off. Great to have you back with us. This is Market Fatafat. Well, let's move right on and pull up stock number 16, ITC. And Swati, let's understand what exactly is your approach here.
When the weekly chart indicates a cautious view at the current level, we have seen that from last 4 to 5 weeks the stock was consolidation within the range of 270 to 290 levels, but it's on the verge of giving a breakdown now. 270 is acting as a very strong support level. If it manages to give a breakdown of that level, then I believe that the selling pressure is likely to be intensified, and which might take a stocks towards 250 to 255 levels. So I would like to suggest go for a short below 270 levels with a stop loss of 280 for a target of 255.
55, that's the take coming in on the stock. Meantime, it's Tata Steel as well that's in focus, and let's talk about the city outlook on the company. What do they have to say, Mubina?
Well, they seem to be very circumspect. In fact, they have downgraded Tata Steel and other steel stocks as well from a neutral to a sell. This is for Steel Authority and Tata Steel. They have kept their target for Tata Steel at 440 rupees, as they see leverage as well as valuation worries in the sector. The steel stocks already have corrected quite a bit in the recent past in light of the fall in Chinese steel prices. And remember, Morgan Stanley as well recently had come out with a note, again very circumspect note on steel sector. They as well flagged off concerns with respect to leverage and valuation. So it's another negative note, and hence you are seeing the continued fall in steel stocks.
All right, that's the view coming in on Tata Steel at 505. Moving right on then, NHPC as well is in focus. Let's talk a little bit about the takeover news, Karanya.
That's right, they've basically emerged as a successful bidder. This is for a 500 megawatt Lanco Teesta hydropower project that NHPC will be acquiring for a sum of close to 900 crore rupees. That's the reason why the company is in focus today. And NHPC in fact is expected to complete the takeover in the next 3 to 4 months. And sources also added that they can finish the project in 3 to 4 years, as the construction of this particular project is almost 50% completed already.
All right, watch out for that. It's clearly NHPC that's in the news acquiring that Lanco Testa project, 900 crores. Meantime, it's yet again Tata Motors which is in the news and is in reverse gear and trade today. We just had some numbers coming out. This is with respect to the JLR November retail sales, and they're down about 8% on year at 48,160 units. The China sales, in fact, have come in lower by nearly 50% on year, with the North America sales up 18%. For Europe, the JLR November sales have come in a bit higher, 5.6%. In UK, a meager move of about 3.2%. But the China sales are down 50%, and the overall sales have come in lower by 8%. The stock currently down 0.2%. From motors to pharma, and it's Dr. Reddy's that's seeing pretty hectic volumes, Siddharth.
Well, yes, volumes are high in both the segments, and that's the talking point for the stock. Well, we were seeing positive momentum, but if you can see on your screen, there has been an intraday dip. So there is an intraday correction, but volumes are pretty high. We are not seeing major change in open interest. Yes, there is rise of 3%. Difficult to say whether these are long or short because of intraday correction, but volumes have attracted the attention and hence the name.
Okay, that's something to watch out for. 2670 on last take. Jubilant Life, meantime, that's a stock to watch out for. Kunal, let's have you take us through the levels. Is there more downside on the stock?
So yes, Avan, I think Jubilant Food, I think has broken its 200 moving average today. It was trading above it for the last few days, but as was spotted on the indicator front, on the hourly charts, there was weakness in the indicators, and that eventually gets reflected into the prices as well. The prices have now gone into that mean reversion mode, and I believe that this process of mean reversion should continue for the stock in the next couple of days. 1180 could be a revised target for the stock, and stop loss to be kept at 1280 for a fresh short.
All right, that's important to watch out for. It's definitely a sell on rise on Jubilant Food. Moving on to number 22, and Citi has also come out with their report on ICICI Pru, and it looks like they're upbeat.
Well, yes, they are, and hence you are witnessing that uptick as well come by in the stock price today in trade. Now, essentially, they have disclosed their change in strategy when it comes to their monthly premiums, and this is something, according to Citi, that will impact their monthly premium growth. Hence, they have come out with a note on the same, and to understand what exactly would be the impact. The November 2018 monthly premium on retail weighted received premium basis was already down by about 24%. But the company says that they believe that the new strategy should help it in winning back confidence from HNIs. This is an untested strategy, so Citi believes that they will be in wait and watch mode and will need to see if it indeed succeeds. They still have a buy with a target at 415 rupees.
All right, no wonder the stock is holding on in the green by 1%. Meantime, there's been some fund activity in Kajaria. Karunya, what have been the big marquee investors?
Well, ADIA, which is Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, has exited, not exited really, but yes, they've sold a little over 10 lakh shares of the company. The buyers in this bulk deal are Versace International Growth Fund. They've bought 10.4 lakh shares. And that's the bulk deal that we'd like to highlight, which is keeping the stock also pretty much above in trade.
Okay, that's the take coming in on Kajaria. But on that note, that's about all the time we have. So we'll wind it down right here on the show. Thanks for watching Market Fatafat. Stay tuned for Markets at Noon coming up next.